Hi guys, so we're going to be doing design number 1 here, and I'm sorry that I've not uploaded quicker, but here we go. So I've already went in with my base colour, and what I'm going to do is I'm using these Petal Brushes, and I'm just picking up some Chintys art paints, the gel paints, and all I'm going to do is use that brush to paint these petals. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing down quite firmly and then pulling it off softly so it comes into a point. I hope that makes sense. And then I'll do that again, and then I'll do another one in that centre. Now you can cure this in between if you want to, but I don't, because I do come in and fix the petals later on, which you'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same on the bottom, but we're going to work opposite this time. So just doing those 3 petals again. So a firm pressure to start with, and then pulling off with a lighter pressure. So now I'm just fixing those petals. As you can see, I'm just dragging those ends out so that they're coming together, meeting together in the middle a bit better, and then I'll pop it in the lamp to cure. I'm then coming in with some red, and I'm just going to use that same brush again, and we're just coming in the centre so that it looks like a different petal, and then we're just using the same movements again, and I'll do the same on the bottom. So once I'm happy with that, I'll pop it in the lamp to cure again, and then I'll clean off my brush and come in with a different brush. So we're going to use green and yellow and a little bit of white to do these leaves. So all I'm doing is using that brush, and we're just going to do the same, so gentle pressure, and I'm twisting the brush in between my finger and my thumb, just to give the petals like different widths coming down so it looks more realistic. I hope that makes sense. I'm terrible at describing these things. So again, I'm not curing in between because I can come in again then and fix the areas that I'm not happy with. I'll do these again on the bottom and then place in the lamp to cure. Now once that's done, that is this design finished. It's entirely up to you if you want to come in and add on more details with a fine liner brush, which you'll see me do in the other design. Hi guys, so here is design number 2, and I'm going to start with a black base this time, and again I'm using the Petal Brushes, and we're just going to do the same as we did in the first design with these petals, but we're placing them slightly different. So I'm just going to press down with my brush and twist as I'm coming off, just so it brings the end of the petal into a point, so this will be the centre of the flower, and just do that until I've got the whole flower on the nail, well, as much as I can get on. So it'll be one more petal just at the top here, so just twisting on, and again I'm using the white gel paints, and I don't cure in between so that I can come in and fix, but if you want to cure in between then that's fine. So now what I'm doing is I'm mixing up some white and green. Don't be scared to mix up all these colours together and add a little bit of yellow. That will just give those leaves more tone to them. I think it looks better when they've got different colours on them. So now I'm going to come in and do these leaves. So I'm holding that angled brush and I'm twisting it as I'm coming up, just like that. I hope you've seen that there. And then I'm just going over it again just to make sure I'm happy, and just bringing it into the centre of that flower. And then I'll do the same again underneath. No, sorry, at the side. I do try and put a couple in at the top, but I don't like them, so I'll come in and remove them, and I start again. So again, just working that brush through those paints, and then I'm just going to use that motion again, twisting that brush and pulling up. So don't worry if you make mistakes, I do it as well, and it's easily removed. Just don't cure it. And then again, I'll do another one just at the bottom, and then this time I will pop this in the lamp to cure. So going back to that first brush that I used, I'm going to come in and add some pink. So just making sure my brush is coated in that pink, and then what I'm going to do is just go on top of these petals just to add another colour to them. So I am mixing that with a little bit of white just to make this pink slightly lighter. So again, I'm just going to press on firmly and then pull it off so it's gentle, but I am twisting that brush at the same time, as you can see, just to give those petals the same shape as the white ones underneath. If you're not happy with the colour, you can come in again and just darken up, which is what I'm going to do. Don't be scared to mix your colours because it makes these petals, these flowers, look really, really nice. You'll see that on the last design that I do. I use different colours and it looks really pretty. So then I'll pop that in the lamp to cure. So then I'm just going to come in with a dotting tool and add on some dots just to give it a little bit more detail. So I'm just putting some yellow dots in the centre, just randomly placing them. And then I will come in again with some white dots and just place them around the petals slightly, which you'll see soon. So before the white dots, what I'm going to do is I'm just coming in with a fine liner brush and I'm just going to edge some of the petals and the edges of the leaves just to make them stand out more. You don't have to add loads and loads of detail. It's entirely up to yourself how much detail you put in it, but I just like to add some just to show you that I can really change the shape of these petals. So just working around the outsides of them. I'm not doing every single petal either. And then I'll just bring some of that white gel running through the centre of each of the petals. So I will also add a little bit of black to some of that green just to darken the green up and do some lines through the leaves just to give them more detail as well. You don't have to do this, but this is just, I just do this for a little bit of extra detail. And then once this is done, I will put those white dots in and pop it in the lamp to cure, and that's this design finished. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll move on to the next one. Hi guys, so we're going to do design number 3 this time, and I'm going in with a different petal brush. So I'm using the one that's got, it's sort of like a triangle cut out, or like a half moon shape cut out. So all I'm doing is I've picked up 2 colours of gel polish and I'm just twisting that brush as I'm placing down the product. So I'm starting off with quite a firm pressure, and then as I'm working towards pulling off, I'm pulling off with a lighter pressure. And then I'll do that again. So just twisting that brush between my finger and my thumb just while I'm pulling that product around. It doesn't look very nice just now, but it does when you're finished. So again, I'll do one more at the bottom here. And don't be scared to pick up different colours, because it gives it more, it makes the nail pop more, should I say. So once I'm happy with that, what I'll do is I'll pop it in the lamp for a cure, and then I'll come in with different colours on my brush. So just lighter colours just to make them stand out from those background colours. And we will just do the same process again, but going in between the different sections, if that makes sense. So because we cured that first layer, when you're doing this layer, you can keep on going in with your paints until you get the right effect that you're looking for, which is brilliant. So don't be scared to pick up those colours. So all I'm doing here is just deciding basically where I'm placing the next lot of these lines that I'm doing, because what I'm wanting it to look like is like the petals are opening up, if that makes sense. So those base layer petals will be like the insides of the flower, and then what we're going to do with this layer, what I'm doing just now, that's going to be the outside of the petals. So once I'm happy with all of those petals and the colour, I'll pop it in the lamp to cure again. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in with a clean brush and pick up different colours, because we're going to insert the leaves on this. So once you're happy with this layer, this is me going to go in now with the leaves. So just picking up those two colours and blending them on my brush to make sure there's enough product in that brush. And then I'm just coming in and I'm just going to slightly wiggle the brush as I'm using it. I hope you can see that there. And then again the same on the bottom. Now if you're not happy, like what I wasn't there, you can just wipe it off as it is, just like a gel paint, and then try again. That's a great thing about these paints. And then the same on the bottom. Don't be afraid to pick up more product if you're not getting the coverage that you're looking for. And again, I'm twisting that brush as I was coming in there. And then I popped it in the lamp to cure. Now what you're seeing me doing here is just adding in some more detail. So I'm just using a fine liner brush, and we're just making those petals pop more, and also those leaves, because we had a blank background. And then I will come in with my dotting tool and add some dots into the centre of one of the petals as well. And basically that's all you do for these flowers. I hope you give it a go, and I hope you enjoy watching, and look forward to the next one. Anyway guys, I'll speak to you again in the next video. Bye just now. Hi guys, so last but not least, this is design number 4, and I'm using one of Chintys black nail tips to do this, and the Chintys Petal Brushes obviously. And all I'm doing is using one of those brushes and using that twisting with my brush that you've seen previously, and I'm just going to do 2 of these side by side, making sure that that blue's in the centre, and then I'll go over them just to make sure I'm really happy with the coverage. Now you can pop these in the lamp once you're happy with the coverage, just to set that in place so you don't smudge it. That's what I do. And then I'm just doing the same again on the bottom, but the opposite way. So twisting my brush round and pulling off so that it comes into a point, and then I'll do that again on the opposite side, making sure that that blue's in the centre. So I've popped that in the lamp to cure. Now we're going to come in and do some more petals. So I've picked up some different colours on my brush, and I'm just placing this right in the centre and working it round so that it kind of merges into those other ones. I want that first layer to look like it's in the background. I hope that makes sense. So just mixing more colours on my brush, and again, don't be scared to use different colours. It gives off a better texture and more detail. So I'm just going to do that centre again. I wasn't happy with the last one, so I just wiped it off before curing obviously. So I'm doing 1 petal in the middle and then 1 each side, trying to join them. And then I'll come in and give more colour. So just do this in small steps. As I say, you can always add more detail once you've cured it. And then I'll do the same on the bottom. So once I'm happy with this one, I'll pop it in the lamp to cure, and then we're ready to move on and do those leaves. So just make sure you're happy before popping it in. Then I'm using a different brush, so this is the angled one, and I'm just going to come in and do the leaves. Now I'm trying to work out what direction the leaves should go in, and I'm using that twisting technique with my fingers again, so rolling that brush between my fingers and pulling off lightly. So a firmer pressure at the point of these petals, and then pulling off so that it's a lighter pressure that you're using. And then I popped it in the lamp, and what I'm doing now is I'm just going to come in and add more detail with a fine liner again. So just small strokes going through to give those petals more detail and make these ones stand out more, so that leave the background ones that we done first, leave them alone, and then just add more detail to these ones that are popping out the front to make it look like they're like the centre of the flower's open. I hope that makes sense. And then once you're happy, pop it in the lamp, and then you can come in and add on little bits to the centre of these flowers, and then add on some dots just to give it that little bit extra. I also go in and add some more detail to those leaves that we done, and then that's that design finished, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed these and you'll give it a try. If you haven't got these brushes, it's definitely worthwhile getting. I was having so much fun playing with them. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye just now.